something to tell you.
Next on Sistas. I am so excited about playing. Yeah, well, calm down. We have to talk to Karen first. To new beginnings.
Our night at Billy Jake's with the champagne for.
Thank you. You sure? What the hell? Dr. Vaughn keeps texting and calling me. He's here, and he wants me to come outside. I know what you did.
Okay. Hello. Just getting things set up on this end. Okay. All right, folks. Let the people come in. Episode just wrapped up. 10 out of 10. Honestly, the Karen stuff was great. It was powerful. The acting was great. And I gotta admit, though, I was a bit scared at the end of the episode, not because of the Dr. Vaughn revelation, but when Karen, got the last word in with the last word with Dr. Cruz, it just gave me those vibes of Karen felt like she got the last laugh, but who's to say Cruz won't try to come after her? Now, I'm not theorizing that Karen's going to get killed, but it's just one of those things where I'm so used to seeing that similar trope. I mean, if you were or are still a Greenleaf fan, remember what Keith David's character, Bishop, said to the white dude in the penultimate episode? Your days are numbered. After, he got ran out of the church, he ended up dying. That at the end of the last episode. I mean, at the end of the episode before the finale. So, I mean, with Karen having that last moment with Dr. Cruz, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of. Also, just sent you the trailer. Okay, thanks if you sent me the trailer, folks. I know I'm probably going to be blowing up soon with inboxes. Side note, I did not watch House of Pain. I will watch House of Pain either later tonight or in the morning.
Next Wednesday, I have something to tell you. Big news. You know something is about to drop. You stalking me now? Can you just tell me why you are ignoring me? I know what you did. And there's only 2 episodes left. You are in for a real treat before the season finale. You know what? I'm bringing up one night. I wanted to tell everybody when we was all together, but time waits for no one. Oh, what? Tyler Perry. Tell everybody when we was all together, but time waits for no one. Oh, what? Tyler Perry's Sistas. Oh, we was all together, but.
Whoa, they dropped a 30-second trailer. I can go ahead and do that tonight. Yeah, first of all, yes, tomorrow is a holiday. My sister and nephew are coming up. We're going to hang out until Mom finishes cooking. Going to go down there, get a couple plates, come on back. So I will probably be up. Like after this live stream, I might get up and stretch, then record my sister's review and trailer breakdown. If House of Pain is uploaded online, I'll watch it and get that review out too. Yeah, the Beyond the Gate stuff, I'll get that out later this week. So, well, here's my thing. And okay, I am not defending Dr. Vaughn. Hear me out. In my opinion, Dr. Vaughn, this is a weird comparison, but I feel like it is culturally relevant given the fact that Wicked, the second film, is such a big thing right now. Case in point, I've never read the books. I never watched the Broadway show. My knowledge of The Wizard of Oz is only the Judy Garland movie and the OG book. All right. I've never watched Wicked 1. I said I'd watch Wicked 1 as soon as the second one became available to stream, and I watched them together here at home. I do know what goes down in both movies because I've listened to a lot of people talk about it. Spoiler alert, I suppose, if you haven't watched the second one, Glinda, the Good Witch, is apparently like the spokesperson for the wizard, who she knows is a fraud. Basically, she's blissfully ignorant, if you will, believing that she's making a change within the system by being part of the system when she's really not. When I think about Dr. Vaughn, I kind of see the same thing. Again, hear me out. Let me cook. Don't condemn me. Hear me out. Dr. Vaughn is a black doctor. Dr. Cruz is not only a white doctor, but someone with more seniority on the hospital hierarchy. Now, remember, when Sabrina was begging him to help out Karen, it's like, I can't do that unless A, Karen requests a new doctor, and B, I could end up getting suspended or lose my job because Dr. Cruz has higher tenure above me. Like it or not, that is the protocol. Okay. Even Andy steps in like, okay, well, hey, we'll talk to Karen and see if we can get her to switch doctors. Now, in terms of that woman who said there was another doctor shadowing Dr. Cruz and basically did, I don't know. I don't know if I like what they're doing with Dr. Vaughn's character, because wasn't he the one that low-key helped out Andy, giving her information and stuff like this? To me personally, Dr. Vaughn is probably going to tell Andy he only did that to keep his job. Well, here's the thing. Well, yeah, not only to keep his job, but because similar to the women, if Dr. Vaughn said or tried to do anything, he probably knew he would not be believed. Now, I'm not, what's that saying? I know I heard this in a Superman. Superman is not the creator of this quote. I just remember Superman quoted somebody, evil is allowed to prosper if good men stand around and do nothing. That explains why he rushed out of Andy's apartment so quickly. No, that's because Andy was a tease. He thought he was there for sex, and she initiated that thought, but then she came out in the PJs and decided to switch up the mood. So Vaughn, that had nothing to do with like, oh no, I don't want to work on this case. No. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Dr. Vaughn is a villain. I'm just saying that he probably knew there was nothing that could be done about the situation. I mean, he even told Andy, it's like, I don't know if I want to help out, because if I do, because I'm already going to be, I kind of got the vibe that's coming off with, something off with Dr. Vaughn. Now, I wonder if there's a twist where, let's say, Dr. Vaughn was trying to seduce Andy in order for her not to work on the case. Essentially, he would be some sort of distraction. I don't know, though. I'm just trying to seduce Andy in order for her not to work on the case. Essentially, he would be some sort of distraction. I don't know, though. I need time to think about this, because I feel like this is as weird a direction to take Dr. Vaughn as in the Oval, when all of a sudden Sam has a secret woman and a kid on the side. It just felt completely out of nowhere. But like I said before, even if Dr. Vaughn spoke up, he knew nothing was going to be done. And like I said, I am not trying to absolve him of any, well, here's my thing. Gosh, I do not want to sound insensitive, but I'm just trying to like piece together what exactly they're trying to do. Because when you're working on a job and your boss, your supervisor, whoever, like if you get what I'm saying. Thank you. Because I know this is a sensitive topic and I don't want to sound insensitive or disregarding people, but it's just that when you work on a job and you're a higher up person, you know, like you can't speak out, because if you do, there's a chance you might get fired. Or, well, I've seen many people try to contradict or correct this person and they ended up being reprimanded and whatnot. So what good is it for me to do anything like that? It's like what that one black nurse who was helpful to Karen, she was talking to Andy and them saying, look, there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on at this hospital. A lot of people of a certain complexion that don't get fair treatment. But the best thing I can do is do what little I can where I can. Yeah, Dr. Vaughn said he's only been he only has so many years tenure. So yeah, he knew like I couldn't really say anything. We don't know the time difference between Karen's experience and the other women. He may have been an intern then versus now. You're right. He did. She did say shadowing. Now, I will say this much, though. To Dr. Vaughn's credit, considering he did help out Karen, it probably got to a point where he just got sick of everything Dr. Cruz does. So it's like, you know what? I can't turn back the clock and help out the poor patients that Dr. Cruz mistreated. But what I can do is help out where I can. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but well, let's be real. He probably didn't have as many adamant friends and family of, former patients begging for his help like they did with Karen. And keep in mind, though, what's messed up is this whole thing with Karen happened during that massive blackout and the hospital was in turmoil. So you think about all the other women and their stories who went to that same hospital on a normal day and they went through seemingly worse situations than Karen. I agree with you, Jeremy. This happens with all jobs. I get it. And Andy is not going to see it that way. But at the same time, it's like, well, that's kind of how it is. It sucks, but on all jobs, it's like that, because there's some shady stuff that goes on. Like, if there's people of a certain clique, like if they rub elbows with this person, they'll get a promotion over somebody more experienced and whatnot. So Dr. Vaughn first said he didn't want to lose his job. I will ask this question. Is he wrong for that? Is he wrong for that? Just saying, is he wrong for that? Because he knows if he does not follow protocol, he could lose his license and his job. So, okay, I'm going to throw this out here. I'm thinking Aaron has his bag packed because he has to go early to start training and get settled in. That's what I said in my video a week or two ago. I said, if he's talking about how his job is set up, instead of rushing Karen in 1 week, why not Aaron just go out there and get settled while Karen finished tying up loose ends? Then he'll come back and get her. I don't see why they don't do that. Yeah, you're right. It is probably 2025. Dr. Vaughn did express concern about speaking up impacting his career negatively, so he knew the risk. Exactly. So it's like that's why he spoke up because he told Andy, because he went against Dr. Cruz to help out Karen, he has to stand before the board. So dude's job is already at risk. And then he, called Andy a few times to clue her in to different situations that Dr. Cruz had patients who were mistreated. So yeah. And that's the thing, because like I said, I don't want him to be turned into a villain where it's like, this episode was phenomenal because it touched upon very real world experiences. I said this in a recent video I posted. I said, good evening from Jamaica. How's it going? I said, it's too early to say, but I will say this now, and maybe the last 3 episodes may change my mind. Season 9 is the worst season, but it is debatably the most important. And by that, I mean it is covering such very relevant and important topics in the writing. Case in point, Black women, mental health, unfair treatment in the medical system, and I can go on. Trust and believe, this season is still trash, but it does touch upon some very important subjects. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Side note, yeah, Keys is Zach's father. You cannot tell me otherwise. Danny got fired, and I was right. I told y'all, I said Danny might go into business with Maurice and Pam. Boom. I did like the Danny and Zach at the gym scene. I like that scene. Fatima bluffing was adorable. And like Sabrina said, she's going to be an excellent attorney. My question is, will Andy get jealous of Fatima now that she's helped out Sabrina too? Sheesh. Yeah, so Damani's gone. I do not want to get Rich and Sabrina back together. Why are they doing this? Sabrina's not innocent. No. And yes, it is incredibly awkward to walk in on your ex getting it on with somebody else, but you two were broken up. You cannot act like he cheated on you. What's her name? Nia? Yeah, that whole thing was ridiculous. Yo, even Hayden was uncomfortable. Like when Cruz made that DEI comment, you could tell Hayden did like an uncomfortable chuckle. Like, you know, somebody's a slime ball when Hayden doesn't feel comfortable around him. I think they gave. Look, Maria, this goes for Sabrina and Andy. Anytime they have a good man, the writing just creates the dumbest reasons for them to break it off with him. Like, oh, he said this, or I don't. It's stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. It is. And I never rooted for a Dr. Vaughn and Andy relationship, but I don't know. It's just weird. There is no confirmation Ebony is leaving, but I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, I would be kind of pissed off if she didn't leave the show, since we spent so much time building it up. I mean, if we're being honest here, that's really the episode in itself. I'm just glad. Have I seen the Oval? Yeah, I watched it this morning and I got my episode review up on the channel. I put DEI in the storyline. I mean, because it's relevant. Side note, I don't know why this happened, but I'm happy. 2 of my videos blew up overnight. What was it? The trailer breakdown for this episode. Because remember, I've been saying my sister's content has been suffering, like bad. And then all of a sudden, that trailer breakdown went from like a couple thousand views. And I woke up this morning, it was over 30,000. Now the thing is almost. And then the House of Pain video I posted last night or something, the Miranda being closer to Ella, 46,000. See, part of me feels like YouTube is repressing the channel or something, because I'm thinking to myself, with all the subscribers I got, these videos need to be doing more. So hopefully, the videos I posted tonight, the shorts and everything, and the videos blow up, because, yeah, man, I just been thinking, like, what is happening? No, I'm laughing at how Danny, like, flung that mouse. That took me out. Like the printer and everything, that's funny. But when she took that computer mouse and just went like that, I was done. But no, Zach is right, though. Zach is right, because of the fact that typically when situations like that, happen when you lose. Basically, when you're kind of kicked out of your comfort zone, that's usually the time for you to start flying. Like it's meant for you to get up and do something different. I have not seen the synopsis for 20 and 21. Did you find them on like TV Guide or something? I posted videos about the titles. What is it? Bon Voyage and Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Is Andy's mom having a panic attack? What is it with people dying in front of Andy? Sheesh. Well, yeah, I already did those. I literally posted those videos tonight. The shorts for the episode titles. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Happy holidays. You're getting on your fly. I put up my Christmas tree already. My living room looks nice. The tree up and my coffee table has a nice little display on it. Don't worry, I'll take pictures. My bedroom is officially the last room I need to clean. And by clean, I mean sorted out. Then my house is done. Yeah, I did like the football. And plus, doesn't DeVal do like a mentorship thing as well? So that scene with Mr. Keys was very relevant to DeVal in real life. Side note, if you want to donate, feel free. Look, it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So if you don't want to donate, that's fine. But as always, I got the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal up at the top with the episode score. Yo, yes. What did he say? These hood rats. Zatima was ready to go off. Man. I was thinking the same thing. Andy's mom goes to the hospital. What if Dr. Vaughn's on duty? Whoa. How does Alan and Sharon remember? Wait, what? I do not know. I forgot because weren't they all at Nancy and Richard's house? Yeah, it's like I said in my overview, it was not a bad episode, but it's a massive come down. When you go from the best episode in the series to like a mid episode, yeah. I mean, we don't know if he's going to jail. They got to go to court and everything. Remember, Benson said the firm is behind Andy in this case. So it's going to be a long road before he actually does go to jail. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he keep looking like he wants to say something. What is it with these men stalking and popping up on Andy? I don't know. Vaughn probably caught wind of what happened to Cruz. How can he apologize to Penelope if he doesn't even remember who she is? See, that's what I like. Andy doing her own thing. This is something because I literally sat there like Fatima bluffing proved to be more effective than Andy being a lawyer. But then Andy did her thing. But and look, and I'm not downplaying Andy. It wasn't Andy that really did it. It was the women being brave. Well, Karen leading the charge, because don't get me wrong, I understood those women's stance completely after finding out Dr. Cruz was at the firm. Dr. Cruz is a client of the firm. Basically, it's like they felt their power. Not you know what? The way those ladies felt after finding out Cruz was a client of the firm, that's the same feeling Vaughn got whenever he saw Cruz doing something crooked and he couldn't stand up, because he knew his voice would not win. Basically, it was like David and Goliath, but David didn't have a slingshot. Vaughn knew that the powers that be would shut him up if he dare say anything against Dr. Cruz. It's just like these women. They're like, what's the point of us being here trying to pursue this case if the firm has his back? Like, what is it going to do? See, that's why I said I felt nervous, though. The way Karen had that moment with Dr. Cruz at the end of the episode, I'm like, oh, no. Did she just sign her death warrant? That was a behind the scenes photo, and we do not know if Dr. Cruz literally has that woman and those kids. Yeah, his only character should have been helping out Karen and helping out Andy with the case. What do you think Aaron has to tell Karen? My theory is that he is going to go on ahead to Seattle to get set up. And I'm not faulting him for trying to protect his career. I'm sorry. I can't. Bro got out of based off of somebody said what? It was like 2019 or whatever when a woman had the stuff, the situation with Cruz and Vaughn was shadowing him. Side note, I noticed this on Karen and then that other woman too. I did not chuckle at all. When I saw those women with like the makeup streaming down their face with the tears, I didn't see anything to mock or make fun of. I saw some fine ass acting. That's what I saw. Yeah, I did like, wait, what's going on with her face? That's it. And then I'm like, oh, like I didn't, because somebody messaged me saying, yo, on Twitter, they're going on about the makeup. I didn't laugh. I thought like, oh my goodness, this is some fine acting right here. And it wasn't about touching him up and making sure, the makeup. No. This was to show raw emotion. Hence why the episode got a 10 out of 10. So I have nothing to add to that. Those are my thoughts about the whole makeup thing. And that's all I got to say. Good. I'm glad Benson did good. I was really wondering, like, where would the story go if he said no? I've been saying about that. I've been saying that about Ebony since like season 4. Karen works my nerves, but Ebony knows how to act. Even Benson looked like he was tearing up. I was shocked. Like, he kind of got worked up. And I love how they address the elephant in the room of, are you sure? I can't believe it. I mean, he's delivered so many babies from my family. And it's like, because you're white. Just because somebody showed a certain persona to you doesn't mean they aren't capable of horrific things. I think I used this example in a video before. Like when you watch those shows like Snap or My Neighbor is a Murderer or something, basically everyday folks who find out their next door neighbor or, a person they live with or roommate turned out to be a serial killer. It's like, I never would have seen it coming. Yeah, because we grill every summer or, our families go to dinner together or have a holiday. Just because a person shows you a certain mask doesn't mean that they don't take it off behind closed doors. And to me, Benson mentioning that situation about like Cruz helping out his family and other loved ones with their babies, so he couldn't believe the stories that these women were telling. It just showed like white ignorance. And to any white people watching, thank you for being here. And I'm not trying to step on any toes, nor am I trying to be like, no, you're so the good white. No. I'm just talking about the situation. Like when Black Lives Matter was a thing, like a big thing when George Floyd and everything. I was getting messages from white friends from like high school and college, people I haven't seen or talked to in years. And they're like, Jeremy, like, is this real? Like, do you go through certain things when you go to stores or, like how people treat you? And I'm like, I was taken aback by that because I'm like, why are you asking? But then I had to take a moment to like go, I get it. Their walk through life, their 24 hours a day is not the same as mine. When we both walk into a store, we do not have the same experience. I have to like not present a vibe of being threatening. I can't have the luxury of talking back to a police officer the way they could if we both got pulled over for just something minor. So it's just the fact that white people do have a certain privilege. And I'm not trying to go like, yeah, white privilege keeps the black man down. No. I'm talking about experiences in life are completely different. So for Benson to have that moment where he addresses like, I can't believe this, but by the end of the episode, just being in the room. Like, it's one thing to be on your phone and see something, a headline about a black person being killed by the cops, and just scrolling on by, or watching your TV and the news might cover the story for like 30 seconds before they move on to the next thing. Well, that's not my problem. I think the actor that played Benson did a good job showcasing a white person in the room, witnessing, hearing the cryptic tales that black people go through, more specifically, black women go through. So it just brings about like, man, like all these white people that talk about like, oh, black people don't have it that bad. Cops are just doing their jobs. Be in a room full of people. It's like, hey, I was in the car when my boyfriend got shot by the police. I was in the car when my husband got wrongfully killed. I was in the car. Stuff like that. You can talk about, oh, it's America and everybody's free and nobody's oppressed. It just goes to show how insensitive, or what is it called, desensitized a lot of people are. Not just white people. It could be black people too. It's just the fact that when you are actually there to see the pain on someone's face, especially the actual victims, you see the truth. You see the truth. So that's why I gave this episode 10 out of 10. Like, for real. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I'm just catching up on comments. Don't worry. See, that's the thing, though. I don't know exactly how Vaughn could be implicated by this, because here's the thing. Dr. Cruz, like, if you're shadowing someone on the job, I don't think you have, like, the right to intrude. Like, if you see the person doing something against protocol, but that person has higher tenure over you, you probably can't do anything. I mean, remember, Cruz went off on Vaughn for overstepping. So I don't really know what Vaughn could. I don't know. You bring up a good question, and like I said, I wish I had an answer for you. Yeah, I don't know if the Oval will bring back Gail. I don't think Karen and Aaron are going to get married. I don't know. Maybe they won't get married in the show. They just got engaged. I think if they are not in the show, but season 10 is the last season, they'll have to mention it. Like, there's no way they'll just write them off. Karen wants to build a family with Aaron, so that's why he's leaving. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Aaron's probably going on ahead to Seattle to get settled. That makes sense, because, like I said, I mean, for them to just uproot in a week just doesn't seem plausible to me. Honestly, though, this gives me the thought that there will be some time. There will be some sort of time jump between seasons. That's what I think. Yeah, that one rude nurse at the front desk. No, they tried. Yeah, they tried to force Vaughn into the Robin position, and it just doesn't work. Well, Robin doesn't need to come back considering Benson's going to pursue the case or support Andy. Oh, no, I got to mention the nurse because I want her to be charged. Zach already know Karen leaving. How does he know she leaving? Whew. Side note, anybody doing Black Friday shopping? Black Friday just ain't Black Fridaying like it used to. I haven't really seen anything where I got a new pair of walking shoes. I got a new power strip for my Xbox because I took it out of the box for the first time in 5 years and I needed a new one. I got some stuff for like eBay. By that, I mean like printer, paper, things like that. So there's like 4 other things in my Walmart cart, but I know from experience, everything that's on sale now will remain on sale for the rest of the year. And my money's kind of tight right now. So, and in case if you're one of the 200 something people who are subscribed to Exploring My Faith, I have 7 videos I've recorded and I will get them up on the channel. I just haven't done it yet. I did record a Thanksgiving video. I'll try to get that up tomorrow. So I don't think they're going to let Vaughn off easy because they stopped him and Andy from having sex. So it seems like they severed any type of real emotions Andy would have. That's because she was second guessing herself based off what Danni said. Like that, it was just so weird that they try to force that. Yeah, the money of punk. No, but for real, they do not need to try to push Sabrina and Rich back together. But I'm telling you, watch this heifer be pregnant by Rock. I will laugh so hard. I will laugh so hard if she ends up pregnant by that bum. Like, so you're telling me she's going to get mad at Rich for getting it on with Penelope, but here she is out in these streets. Man, I swear. It's like they'll give us one amazing storyline and then give us like 5 crappy ones. Oh yeah, the great episodes when they touch on the real issues. Damani is letting Nia run his life. How does this work? I mentioned this in my Damani video. I said, so it's been less than a week since the end of season 8. So you mean to tell me Damani went from having that business trip with Sabrina when they were being flirty with each other? They get home. Damani asked if you want to start a relationship. Sabrina never responded. So you mean to tell me just a few days later, not only did he get back with his ex, but now they're getting married? That makes no sense. And yet she flirted back. She told Rich we flirted, but nothing happened. See, that's why. There's a comment on my trailer breakdown, the one I did for the night's episode, Taking It All Back, the trailer breakdown that blew up all of a sudden. A person said, Jeremy, I'm not going to go off, but basically because in the video, I talked about how Benson talking about how he needs paperwork, and I talked about how there are people who make false allegations and get exposed. And due to those people who abuse the believe all women statement, real victims are not heard. And then that person in the comments going to talk about, well, you need to do your research or you don't need to be talking. And I told the truth. I said, not in any sort of any sort of allegations, the women or the people who lie about those allegations that gets a person canceled, lose their career, lose endorsements or whatever, those are the people that get posters or get posted everywhere. Hey, so-and-so was lying. This person's evidence never doesn't add up. Those people trying to get these lottery amount settlements and end up being exposed as liars ruin it for the true victims who try to speak up because they don't get believed. Hence why they need to have like 80 pieces of evidence in order for anybody to even give them the time of day. Which is why I pointed out Benson going like, does anybody have a paper trail to prove that Dr. Cruz? They aren't lying though. Listen, I said to prove Dr. Cruz did it. And I know that one woman who mentioned Vaughn being the guy shadowing, she talked about the complaints in the forums that went nowhere. Right. I agree. It happens. This is why people don't want to speak up. Exactly. So I bring that up to say Sabrina talking about how Damani made some passes at her. I'm like, you were flirting back. But then again, we were not on that trip. We did not see what happened. Remember, that happened in off-screen land. But based on how she told the story to Rich, they both had a good time. They both had moments of flirtation, but I don't know. I don't be trusting Sabrina like that. She be rewriting history too much. Same with Danni. Sabrina flirting as a way to cope is exactly the kind of crap she would do. Yeah, it was interesting when Danni said I'd be like Karen and leave too. I'm convinced Nino wanted to get whooped. Yep. Put the little pit bull on mute. Talking out the side of her mouth. Yo, wow. In reality, I still don't trust Benson and Vaughn. They have too much to lose. Benson, I think he's good. It took a lot of convincing, but yeah. I don't know, folks. I mean, with this recent upsurge in the channel, I got a little bit of hope. Maybe, just maybe, we can hit 300K by the end of the year. I don't know. I'm holding on to hope that these videos continue to do well because Lord knows I need the money. I ain't gonna lie though, because it's cool. I'm hitting these milestones and whatnot, but I don't feel like I've made it yet. And I'm not talking about Tyler Perry Studios or anything, but I was talking to my mom a couple days ago and I felt bad because, you know, she was talking about how, you know, we were just talking about how expensive things are in general. And she's like, at this rate, because I know like with Social Security and all that crap, I feel bad because my mom's like, I don't even know if I'll be able to quit working. I'm probably have to work till I die. That kind of sucks because I wish I was successful enough to like help her retire, but I don't have that kind of money, and that I wish I could, but I don't. And it just makes me fearful. Like, you know, I'm 34. I don't know what life is going to be like if I'm blessed to reach 60. Man. But it's tough for everybody. I mean, because what was it? 2023? Nope, 4. When she had that aneurysm, but she's back at work. But man, times are tough. So, but Dr. Bond seems to be playing games. I don't know if he's playing games. I just feel like he didn't want to lose his job. All of Sabrina's stories have been crap. But I love Novi, so there's that. All these men lose their mind over Andy. I haven't rushed my reviews out. These episodes didn't give me much to work with. Monday pissed me off with Nicole and Kat. And yesterday's episode, it was the Thanksgiving episode, so it was okay. I don't know. A lot of people done told me they done stopped watching the show. That's what I know. Ashley Miller, she stopped reviewing it. I know a bunch of people said, Jeremy, no, my kind of faith channel. Are you talking about my new channel that I haven't posted on much? I got stuff coming. Oh yeah, my video I posted. Now I'm like, I see why the little psychopath turned out the way he did, because his mother abused him like that. Like the moment she started strangling him, that's when it clicked. I'm like, that's where Jason got it from. He takes out his frustration on women because his mom was a monster. So that's how he sees women. Well, he's kind of an amalgamation of his mother's abuse and his father's addictions to like sex and drugs. So that explains a lot. Yeah, she is a good actress. It's just that her storylines are crap. Yeah, the whole Danny thing made no sense. Honestly, Alan should have just told Lily what was up. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, next week for Beyond the Gates looks good. I've already read the synopsis and everything. Yeah. 298, 934. No, Andy don't find out too well. None of these women, they always find out too late. They get involved with the wrong kind of guy, and then it's just a mess. Nah, never been into Stranger Things. I don't remember when it came out when I was in college. Alan should not trust Rachel because she's a pawn of Donald. Yeah, Leland. Yeah, the one that died in front of Andy. I mean, I don't know who the money belongs to. I know Kareem had it stocked up for a reason, so I don't know. Most of these women need self-reflection. Yeah. I said the same thing, Cheryl, about the baby dying within the past 24 hours. It's the fact that Cruz ignored Karen's constant cries for help and that she was in pain. And had Cruz done his due diligence, I don't know. Yep. Okay, folks. Well, that is pretty much it. This was quite the episode. Why would Alan benefit from telling Lily? Because the people that have him blackmailed are locked away. And if he tells the current person in office, there's a good chance they can use their resources to help. Yep. All right, folks. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Please check out the channel. I posted plenty of content this evening. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm either going to go to sleep or do my reviewing and stuff. So basically tomorrow you'll get the House of Pain review, Sistas review, trailer breakdown. Those will be up. Then on my other channel, I'll get the Beyond the Gate stuff up by the end of the week. And then exploring my basically between now and the end of the month, you're going to get a lot of content across all three channels. So remember, this channel, my kind of entertainment, exploring my faith. Check them out. Please don't spend too much money because you know the first of the month's coming up, rent's due, whatnot. So if you're gonna spend money on Black Friday, spend responsibly. Eat as much as you want. It's the holidays. And look, I know everybody has a resolution. Like, this is a hoodie I have not been able to fit in 3 years, and it fits. So I'm doing something right, but I know I'm about to ruin it once I chow down tomorrow. All right, wait. Thanks so much for tuning in. Just thanks for all the support. I have like 250 items in my eBay store. If you go to the description of my videos, you'll see a link. Pokemon cards, video games, stuff like that. Go check it out. Free shipping on everything. Because remember, I'm like Pam. You got to have more than one hustle. You got to. All right. Well, hey, have a great and safe holiday, and I will catch you all later.